Just invested in a new stereo for the streaming setup. You could say it's a sound investment. What's going on, YouTube? We're inside the Hollow City, inside a cold harbor, outside the plane of existence. We're actually in a plane of existence that's known for domination and BDSM things, but we're here to talk to Zanil Thoran because he has our weekly items to go over. Now, these are available until early Monday morning, and these are the furniture items, and then we will then talk about the Mid-Year Mayhem specific Golden Vendor. I also want to make sure that I give you enough time to peruse these items because last week you guys said that I went through them a little quickly. We do have a very similar theme this week, and that is plants. Now, the reason you want to buy these is either one of two reasons. One, you want to use them for yourself, and then that really just becomes in the eye of the beholder. I can't tell you what you like, especially when it comes to flowers. Who really knows what you like? But I will say, though, that things like cactuses are pretty rare and exclusive and only for 2,000. That's got a little bit of resale value. Because the second reason we talk about these is resale value. These mushrooms also do decently well with resale value, but also, too, these fly traps are pretty good just because fly traps are a little rare. Generally, if you really want to resell furniture, you kind of have to pick things that are rare. I will warn you that selling furniture is not the easiest thing. Because generally what you have to do is you have to set up your home as basically a vendor stall and then sell it to players that way. But overall, good items. Let's talk about the big stuff. Now, while the second Golden Vendor is being summoned for us, I just want to let you guys know that we are on the road to 23,000 subscribers. We're only 500 away, so if you guys would not mind, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much again. And fun fact, while it's still summoning here, my normal YouTube account unsubscribed me from myself because I wasn't watching my own videos. So just make sure you stay subscribed. But let's get into the second vendor. And spoiler alert, for some reason, there's a monster set in this week, but there wasn't last week. I don't understand why. But we have one. Tremor Scale is actually a really good set. However, this needs to be put in the context that while Tremor Scale is good DPS set, does some damage, but it's a problem. It comes from Vollenfell, and I could literally hand my controller to my cat, and she could complete Vollenfell on Veteran. So, unless you're purely trying to save yourself a lot of time, because let's be realistic, I've grinded 9 million AP. Unless your only thought is, look, I don't want to get this, because I don't want to take the time to queue for Vollenfell, because it's going to take a while, then you could buy it, sure, but at that point, you probably already have certainly it's a set already, but it's a good PvE set, good for DPS, and also this is the helmet. I know that I kind of hinted at it because you can get it from just completing the dungeon on Veteran, and this looks very shoulder-esque, but this is actually the helmet. Now, why is there only one monster set? Don't ask me. They don't pay me to answer those types of questions, but now we're going to do something a little bit special, because instead of me just giving you a whole bunch of hoopla and saying, Afflicted is, blah, 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 what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to give you a number 1 through 10 for every single one of these sets. What is 1? A 1 is that it's never going to sell. Don't even try to sell it. A 10 is you check to see if there's a flooding of this on the market, because if it's not completely flooded, it's a 10 out of 10. What do I mean by that? Well, I used to play FIFA, and a lot of times content creators would basically hoard specific cards of players, and then they would sell those players after suggesting them. And then after that, their value would skyrocket and then plummet. So supply and demand is key when it comes to anything. And obviously, if I suggest something as a 10 out of 10, I could very well influence the economy that I play on, and then therefore it could become a 7 out of 10. The reason that I'm saying 10 out of 10 now is because it's the first thing you check to see if it's flooded on the market. If it is not completely flooded with that item, then you want to be the one to sell it because you will make the buku bucks. If it's a 1, no. If it's 5, it's about average. Sells probably decently. It's about I would say a 5 is somewhere around like what an average Overland set would sell for. Afflicted, to start us off, is a 6. Elysian is a 7. Battalion Defender is a 4. Battlefield Acrobatics is a 2. Blunted Blades is a 5. Curse Eating Ring is a 6. Deadly Ring is a 10. Eagle Eye is a 4. Invigorating is a 5. Hue and Sunder is a 5. Hrothgar is a 4. Indomitable Fury is a 3. A Purite's Ring is about a 3. Lecky's Ring is a 2. Mara's Balm used to be a 10, but now it's only probably dropped to about a 4. People still really do buy this, but don't buy this. It's not going to resell for long unless they buff it again. And unless, to be fair, it's been nerfed so hard, I imagine it will probably be buffed again, but I would not risk your AP on that notion. Marksman Ring is a 6, Plague Break is a 10, Rallying Cry is a 9.5, Ravaging is an 8. You see it starts to pick up here a little bit. Akatosh's Law is a 4, Almalexia is a 4, Alteration Mastery. It's another bit of an interesting one, but probably only about a 3. Ancient Grace is a unique one because it's a 3-piece. Doesn't usually see a lot of volume, but when it does actually sell well. Give it a 6.5. Ring of Bandars is probably an average 5. Beckoning Steel, 4. Cyrodiil's Crest, 4. Cyrodiil's Light, 3. Cyrodiil's Ward, the other one, 3. Dark Convergence, even though I don't like it, a lot of resale value. Give it a 9. Ring of Elfbane, very underrated set, but sees lots of play when it is used by a lot of endgame PvPers and PvEers. We'll give that a 10. Then we have a Ring of Fastful's Guys, give that about a 4. Ring of the Fury, give that another solid 5. Ring of Imperial Wrath, another unique one because it's a 3-piece, so it does see some unique builds because of it. We'll give it a 6. Ring of Kind's Kiss doesn't do really anything super special. Give it an average 4. Nocturna's Ploy is surprisingly far over-farmed. I would give it a 5. Oakfather's Retribution, give it a 4. Archmage, give it a 4. Desert Rose, give it a 5. Hawk Eyes, give it a 4. Heartland, I would say give it a 3. Juggernaut, I would say give it a 6. Morag Tong, give it a 7. Potentates, 6. Sentry, 7. Shadow Walker, 4. Swift, 8. Valiant, 3. Transmutation, 7. Vengeance, Leeching, 3. Vicious Death, 10. Shell Splinter, 7. Snake in the Stars, 4. Soldier's Anguish, 2. Spell Strategist, 1. And Steadfast Hero, 1. And again, that's based on a lot of factors, the key one being, will it sell? So even though some of the sets were arguably better, they were out for longer, and most of the people that wanted them had them, and the resale value and the ability to get any sort of value out of it is significantly lower. So just a reminder that that's what this is based off. This is not me saying that Elfbane is a 10 out of 10 set, but I think it's a good set. It's underrated. A lot of endgame players use it, but I don't see it suggested super often. Obviously, there's key ones, Rallying Cry, Plague Break, Deadly Strike, super easy, great conversions. You should start there, and then you can work your way down and consider some of the other high-numbered ones, because I have had success selling them, and I have probably in my day converted easily over 100 million alliance points across all my characters, even across both platforms that I played on. So I can tell you that this is the most effective way to do it. The nice thing about rings, too, is that because you're using a ring, most people need 2 of them. So as long as you get a good set, you can generally get a good piece. But how does that stack up? Because these ratings also, too, could also be applied to buying the purple coffers. Because you can go to the Elite Gear vendor and you can buy all of these sets. You can also go to the towns and buy them for 12K. So if you're willing to go to places like Bruma, Blastrus, and Cropsword, you can buy them for cheaper. But conceptually, which is better for you? Well, if you're trying to sell low volume of items, like just straight up golden rings, and you don't want to get a guild trader, it is probably your best bet to use the golden vendor. However, if you are willing to spend money on a guild trader, it is almost definitely better to convert your items with AP using these coffers in the actual towns. Don't buy them from the actual Elite Gear vendor. Go to the specific towns, buy it there. The only negative is that you're going to have to use a guild trader. You can't sell like 100 AP items in Zone Chat. It's just not going to work. So with the jewelry rework, with all the other changes, unless you're limited in how much you want to sell and you just want to kind of sell a few things, you don't have a lot of inventory space, you don't have a lot of sales space, unless you're in that kind of constraint, go with the Elite Gear vendors from the major towns, which unfortunately the Daggerfall Covenant doesn't have any of for me to show you, but all of the medium armor can be purchased here for 12,000. All the heavy armor can be purchased here for 12,000, and then all of the light armor pieces can be purchased here for 12,000. And that is all of the sets that we talked about here, and all the ones that I had rated. Unfortunately, Daggerfall Covenant, Best Alliance, not doing so great in the campaign that I picked, but that's because we're doing good in all the full campaigns that I just wasn't able to join because they're full right now. So everyone, thank you guys so much again for watching. As always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you have to do to enter is leave a comment in the comments below. Second thing is just a look for a hidden word to be flashed upon the screen. Yesterday, / last month, the hidden word was Silly Goose, so congrats to Texas Chainsaw for grabbing that. And then the third thing is just be subscribed, and for an additional entry into the third drawing, just follow on Twitch and Twitter, and the drawings for that will be posted tomorrow. And as always, it's always running concurrently, so as long as you stay subscribed, and you're not like me who had to resubscribe to himself because I stopped using that YouTube account, so I guess YouTube was like, get rid of all these people. Just make sure you stay subscribed. So thank you guys so much again. Have a fantastic Friday. I'll catch you guys this weekend. I'll be posting a live stream schedule. It'll either be Saturday or Sunday. Just depends a bit on where some things fall. I'll catch you there. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.